I'm Deb Jerkois, and I am proud to say I am a member of the Magnify Voices Committee this year. And it's been such a privilege to work with such an incredible committee to bring this event together. So I want to welcome you to the 6th Annual Magnify Voices Expressive Art Contest. And let's celebrate these artists. Yeah. It's really great to be here on one of those crazy New England days where, suddenly it's 91 degrees and we're digging for our shorts last minute, right? So let me figure out my little PowerPoint here. We've had some technical challenges. So before we get going, I wanted to point out that we do have a live stream link, and this is also mentioned in your program. So for anyone at home that isn't able to attend, feel free to share this link with them, and they're going to be able to tune in with us and follow along. So there's the QR code, and it's also in your program. We're here because we have amazing sponsors and an amazing children's system of care in New Hampshire that's committed to youth voice. And when we talk about youth voice, we talk about bringing youth to the table, but what's really accessible is art. And so for all learners and for a very diverse group, you're able to come together and create this art and share your message and let us know what's happening in the mental health space. So I want to thank New Hampshire Charitable Foundation, the Bureau of Student Wellness, the Endowment for Health, and Youth Well New Hampshire. And feel free to clap for them because they're awesome. Speaking of awesome, we had some last minute changes, and so I'm really happy. We've got a great team tonight recording this. So we have Jonathan Geddes again. I think he's still outside doing videos, but he's been our videographer for years. Oh, there you are, Jonathan. One of the ways our great committee came together was by sharing our video clip from last year where we had the students talk about their experience with Magnify Voices. And that's why the committee came together again this year, because they were committed to the youth voice. And then Aaron and Nate, they jumped in and saved us. We had a little change in plans, and so we're very happy to have Aperture Science Photography here as well. So thank you. So what we're talking about, mental health, can often bring up really strong emotions, and we want to make sure that everyone feels safe. So one of the things you may or may not have noticed tonight is that we had a serenity space, and that was a space with some sensory objects in it, so if anyone felt uncomfortable, they had a space to go. And there's lots of us volunteers, we're the committee, that are happy to direct you or support you. So if you need to take a break at any point tonight, you're welcome to go to the sensory room or tap someone in a blue shirt. And as always, we want to make sure that we have resources available, so we've put the 988 line up there. I hope you had a chance to enjoy our resource tables today. It was a little bit of a changing landscape, so this may not be completely current with how it is, but I do want you to see that New England College is fully on board with Magnify Voices. If you saw the statues outside, one of them was recently wearing a Magnify Voices hat. We should have put it on for tonight, but that's okay. So the committee has just been unbelievable. I can't even say how lucky that we are to have all come together and worked on this. And when I show these names up here, there's so many names that are not there that we need to honor, because this is the 6th year, and the people and the committee and the individuals who started this program and kept it going and created the vision and how we'd move forward with it are unbelievable. So this is our committee this year. We celebrate them, and we celebrate everyone who came before to make this happen. So thank you, everyone. So if you were on the red carpet tonight, because we had a real red carpet, you might have met Marina. And Marina last year came with a dance troupe and did an interpretive dance. And this year she came and she did our Facebook live stream. So it was great to have Marina here. I also want to make sure I mention that we did have a slight change in schedule tonight. New Hampshire Fiddle Ensemble was not able to come, but miraculously we had Travis Fuller step in and play acoustic guitar unbelievably well as you were coming in. So thank you, Travis, if you're still here. And now it's time for me to leave the stage and have Jace come out because we all want to see him in this blazer. So Jace Troy, thank you so much.
You're actually going to stand right here for a second. And before Deb officially turns things over to me, we wanted to thank Deb for all she's done. She has been the one coordinating and corralling our wonderful group of volunteers who have put so much effort into this year, and she is the woman with all of the organization, and I am the man with none of it. So we really, really appreciate her. So how about a round of applause for Deb? Beautiful, thank you so much. Okay, so lots of thank yous to spread around tonight. So thank you to all of the participants who were a part of this year's celebration, but also to all past participants, and especially those who come back and celebrate with us each and every year. All of that hard work is incredibly worth it to be here tonight, and we are so grateful to all of you. Like Deb said, my name is Jace Troy. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I will be your MC tonight. Whoop, whoop. And before I dive in, I would like to take a moment to thank Marina, who was doing our red carpet interviews out there earlier today. Thank you, Marina, for all you do. Marina is, just finished her freshman year at the University of New England. Go Marina. Where she is majoring in social work and minoring in mental health rehabilitation. She is finishing up serving her year as Miss Stratum 2024. She has worked with different groups across New Hampshire, like Reach One, Teach One, Love One, the New Hampshire Food Bank, and of course, NAMI New Hampshire. She has won awards for mental health advocacy and community service, like the President's Service Award on the gold level, and NAMI New Hampshire Peer Support Award, and more. So, big thank you to Marina for doing that for us earlier. Let's see, and like Deb said earlier, that full recording will be available, so check out our Facebook page, and you can find the recording from the red carpet there if you were interviewed, so yeah. Let's see, so for anyone here tonight that loved what they saw and you really thought that these pieces were powerful, I would like to remind everyone that Magnify Voices does do a roadshow. So if you have a community space or an event coming up and would be interested in displaying the 2024 Magnify Voices artwork, then please reach out to the Magnify Voices email to book this year's art as a roadshow display. In the past, it has been displayed at large community mental health events, trainings and presentations, at art galleries, and more. So jump on board and book your art gallery. So here we go. Next, we would like to take a moment to appreciate how students from so many different towns have participated in this year's showcase. Each of these little stars on the map over here represent a student that submitted artwork. Every year, we have reached more and more students from different towns. So, if you want to help us reach even more students next year, I highly encourage you to follow the Magnify Voices social media pages. We are on Facebook, I know that, and I think Instagram. I'm not entirely sure, though. Anyway, follow those social media pages and make sure to share next year's submission details with any middle and high schoolers in your life. Now, on a more serious note, I've heard many people say that today's students are tomorrow's future advocates and leaders. And though I believe that to be true, I would like to take a moment to recognize the fact that we all wouldn't be here tonight if these amazing students were only future advocates and leaders. You are all here standing up and speaking out on matters that are important to you and your communities. And the adults here tonight are here to listen, learn from you, and support you. So, with that, I would like to welcome our keynote speaker for this evening to the stage, Alexa Felix. Alexa works as a case manager for a community mental health center. She has been volunteering with NAMI New Hampshire since losing her dad and hopes to continue to fight and advocate for those who are experiencing mental health conditions and those who no longer have a voice. She aspires to create a men's mental health initiative in New Hampshire and eventually throughout the US after seeing how society has created barriers to receiving support for men and those who identify as male, which has led to a mental health crisis. She has a handsome dog named Ollie and loves trying new foods. Lastly, she wants to recognize her amazing and supportive group of friends and family who have assisted her in getting her to where she is today. So let's welcome Alexa to the stage.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I first want to start off with a quote that I really can relate to, and I think it's really inspiring and can speak to a lot of, what tonight has to do or what tonight's about. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel. Maya Angelou. And I can truly speak from that tonight. I'm so moved by everyone here, the vulnerability to share. And yeah, so I'm here to talk to you about something really special or especially important, mental health and breaking the stigma that often surrounds it. Mental health challenges often affects a lot of us here. Many of us know someone or us ourselves struggle with mental illness. It's crucial that we feel comfortable and able to share our struggles without fear of judgment. In February 2020, I lost my dad after his courageous battle with mental illness over 3 years. His journey has deeply impacted me and is partly why I'm here today. Sharing this honors his memory and myself, and to those who have lost their lives to mental illness and to those who continue to live with mental illness. You are not forgotten, your stories matter, your voices deserve to be heard, your fight honored. My why is to advocate for mental health awareness and support and to ensure that everyone's voice is heard. No one fights alone. Each of us here has a why. I think that's pretty clear to say tonight. Inspires us, gives us our lives meanings, and finding your why can be a powerful message or a powerful source of healing and resilience. I know for me, losing my dad, being able to, get connected with the NAMI New Hampshire family has been incredible. It helps, and advocating, it helps to navigate life's challenges and reminds us of our purpose. As mentioned, advocating for mental health is crucial because it helps breaks down the stigmas and fosters understanding and establishes a supportive community where everyone feels valued and heard. By speaking out, we can reduce the stigma and make it easier for people to seek the help they may need. I recently attended This Is My Brave event, which is actually last Wednesday. And it was clear to me how essential such gatherings like here tonight as well are important in breaking down the stigma and raising awareness. I truly believe that through advocacy and sharing our stories through art can make a significant impact. And I also wanted to acknowledge the students that created this beautiful artwork. I'm deeply grateful for all of your bravery and vulnerability in sharing your artwork. I'm not as artistic as all of you, but I commend you. Your creativity your creativity is a powerful way to express emotions and experiences the words cannot capture. Your art contributes to the ongoing conversation about mental health, offering hope and connection to others. Thank you for being a part of such an important journey. Together we can make a difference and create a more compassionate world. I'm truly inspired, as I mentioned, by every one of you sharing your stories and being so vulnerable. Your courage gives me the hope that we can make some real change. And do not forget that you are the future. Your potential to forge change is limitless. Each one of your voices, your ideas are influential, and your actions can change the world. Don't let anyone tell you that you are too young to make a difference. Stand up, speak out, believe in yourself. The world needs you and your passion and creativity and your unwavering determination. By raising awareness and beginning the conversations like here tonight and creating safe spaces, you can break down the stigma of mental health. I encourage you to think about initiatives you can start in your school, in your community. It could be anything from peer support groups, Mental Health Awareness Week, or spreading kindness and understanding. I also, before I end, I want to express my sincere gratitude to Deb and Amy for inviting me to speak here tonight. I also wanted to say thank you to Susan Stearns, Michelle Watson, and the entire NAMI New Hampshire family. Your support has been incredibly instrumental in my journey to advocate for others and has furthered my opportunity to pursue my why. Thank you for believing me and for your unwavering support. And before I leave, I want to leave you with another Maya Angelou quote. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alexa. You never cease to amaze and inspire. Okay, so who is ready to see our finalists for 2024? Woo! Beautiful. So, real quick before we dive into that, sorry for the false start. Artists, if your submission is the one that I name and it shows up on the screen behind me, that means that you are one of the finalists for this year. Please, after I share who the finalist is, if it's you, please come and join me up here on stage. There are 2 entrances to the stage. One is over there and one is over there. Follow the middle aisle over and then just keep on coming until you hit right here. When you get up on the stage, your artwork is going to be displayed up here, so please stop right around there, and we will get a picture of you with your artwork behind you as well. Once you are up here, we will give you the opportunity to either read your piece of artwork that you submitted, if it is a written piece, or you submitted a why you entered this contest, little blurb, and we have printed those out from the finalists this year, and you can either read your art piece or you can read your why. So we would love if you were able to speak and address the crowd, but if you are too nervous, that is completely fine. We are here to support mental health, so we don't want to make anyone too anxious. If you are too nervous, then I am more than willing to read your piece or your why for you. Just let me know which one you would like me to read, okay? So, without further ado, our first finalist for this year is Morgan R. with the submission Enough. Great job, Morgan. So step right there, you can get your picture taken. Here you go. And would you like to read your piece or would you like to read the blurb? Okay, here you go.
I wrote this because my friend has been dealing with severe depression, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts for a really long time. And it's been hard for me to support her through all of it because I have anxiety myself and I worry about what I say and what will and won't help. And so the way to get my thoughts out of my head was to write poetry, so I did. I wrote this down to calm myself. And eventually I saw a poster at my school about this contest and I decided I wanted to enter. And this is about me helping her through her hard times. Yeah, and eventually after a really hard week for her, she was admitted into a hospital. And so it was relieving for me to know that she was safe and that I'd done enough.
Amazing job. Truly wonderful. Thank you so much, Morgan. Okay, our next finalist is, drumroll please. Thank you. Summer D with the submission Girl in the Picture. Is Summer here? So Summer is not here tonight, so we'll keep moving. Okay. Oh, one sec. There we go. Okay, next we have, drum roll please. Thank you. Haley Ann S. with the submission Reflection of the Hidden Self. Please join us up on stage. Here you go. Would you like to get a picture? Sure. Okay. Right there, perfect. Yep. And look right over there. Beautiful. Okay. And if you want to read that.
All right. So, which one should I read? Okay. So, Reflection of the Hidden Self was created to display the journey I took as I recovered from having major depressive disorder since the age of 9. Throughout my life, I've struggled with depression, but due to this, I've especially struggled with personal hygiene. I discovered the reason for this being the fact that as a child, I could not conceptualize why you would care for something you simply wanted to kill. Now I catch myself staring in the mirror, looking at my teeth, and continue to have the yellow hue. I stare at the rat's nest bun that lays on my head, and I can only feel a sense of defeat. Everyone likes to think of the task of brushing your teeth and cleaning yourself to be something that's a second nature, but for me, it hasn't been the case. I ultimately made this piece to display the inner battle that I have, but also to display to others who may feel the same that I do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Haley Ann. Okay, our next piece, drum roll please, is from Eliza B. with the submission Internal Collapse. Is Eliza here? Yeah, you don't have to. Okay. Great job, Eliza. Thank you so much for this piece. So we are going to go to the next one, which is, drum roll please, by Kate H. Did it go? Well, the slides stopped advancing, but. Here you go. And do you want to read this?
Sure.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of struggles with going to therapy throughout the years. I went a lot when I was younger, and it was something I dreaded going to more than a tool I could use to help myself. Years later, I decided to try again and go back to therapy, and it really helped me learn to manage my anxiety and be comfortable with who I am. So I just wanted to advocate that therapy is a very normal thing and should be used to help people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kate. We are going to take an impromptu intermission and see if we can figure out what's going on with the technology real quick. So talk amongst yourselves.
So you were pressing the over
We were
arrow?
pressing that, and then I tried to get my mouse, and it wasn't going either,
Your mouse is gone.
and it's not escaping either.
Can we restart the computer?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Or maybe just task manager.
Excuse me, because that's the slide I needed.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's really just kind of frozen right now.
And we can go to the next one, because
Okay. When was the last time you restarted it? Has it been a while?
Would that help?
Maybe we should then.
okay.
If you're confident that you can get back there pretty easy.
Yeah, we should be
Okay.
able to.
All right.
Yeah, let's do
Also
that.
gonna turn this mic off. Certainly taking its time. Yeah,
I was gonna say we can unplug it for now,
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
unless they want to watch the spinning wheel. That's fine too.
I wasn't thinking about that. All right, let's see if we log in again.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Take it away again.
I don't know why I was expecting you to do that. Also, I got you a turkey sandwich. It's on the table right over there. We don't need that. Let's go over this one because this one's already downloaded.
Plug back in the HDMI.
And I just want to make sure that the Wi-Fi is connected.
All right. Yep.
It says available.
Click on the over arrow. And then, yeah, and you see wireless. All right, you're in. Awesome.
What are all these tabs?
Okie dokie.
Nice.
Okay, wait, actually. Security alert. Great.
Right. Oh my gosh.
No, it's fine.
That's too much. All right. Is that where we need to be?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Whew. I was gonna say crisis averted, but that was kind of a crisis.
Crisis averted after the fact. Thank you so much. Okay, another round of applause for Travis. He ended up being our last-minute musical guest because he was our tech person when we got here, and he said, "Do you need someone to play music?" And I said, "Yeah." So, thank you, Travis, for not only your musical talent, but your technical talent as well. Kate, would you like me to play the video? Where did you go? Yes? We want the video. If it plays, let's see. I may have just gotten your guys' hopes up for nothing. So sorry. Okay, well, you can always check this out later when we upload the live stream. So beautiful. So we are going to continue the awards ceremony by announcing our next finalist. Drum roll, please. And we have Grayson G with the with the submission "In One Ear, Then Stays With Me Forever." Either way. Yay! And you can come stand right over here. We'll get your photo. Do you want to read this?
No,
Do you want me to read it, or should
I
we
think
just?
so.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Can I leave?
You can leave. Go for it. Woo! Okay. This says, "I made this art based on a past experience I had with an old friend who I don't talk to anymore. At the end of our friendship, they said what's written on my art to me. Things like, 'I wish we had never met, and it's all your fault.' And I didn't have any sad feelings about losing them as a friend because of how they treated me in their bad decisions. I do admit that me and them had very good times together, but the bad times had impacted the way I thought. This person also had feelings for me for quite a while and posted videos about me thinking I wouldn't see them. They made me uncomfortable. They were obsessed with me for a very long time and even made threats towards other people if they got even a slight thought that somebody else had liked me. That didn't help any other friendships I had. Overall, I felt stuck in a situation I didn't want to be in. I was scared they'd make those threats to me or make something up about me. All I thought I could do was sit back and try to move away from them slowly enough that they wouldn't notice and we'd go our separate ways. I used red ink and calligraphy pens to symbolize wounds. Thank you so much, Grayson, for submitting this piece, and I just wanted to let you know that you have a whole community behind you now, as you can see from everyone in this room, so. Okay, ready for our next drum roll. And the next finalists are Lindsay G. and Dom H. with the submission, You're Never Alone. Are they here this evening? No, they are not. Okay. We can see if the video works. Nope, okay. Good talk. Where? I don't know. I'm afraid if I click it, something bad will happen. I clicked it. Press the button again. I tried. Thank you all so much for the tech help. I'm hopeless when it comes to technology, so I really do appreciate the crowd engagement, let's say. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go, what? You can help pull it up? Are we gonna plug it in? Tech savvy.
Nope, no, oh, nope. We're back.
We're back.
So again,
Are we gonna show them on your phone?
no, I'm gonna type it. Is it safe to open Chrome? Are you okay if I open
sure.
Chrome? Okay.
Go for it.
We're gonna type it in the old-fashioned way. Okay.
It's really a team effort. We appreciate it.
Backslash.
Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves again. Our second intermission of the evening. No one can say that we don't take mental health breaks.
Let me try this too. Are we connected to the internet?
Yes, you should be.
Okay. There's one other thing I can try. We can also just show all the videos at the end if we want to do that. 'Cause this
If we
isn't
can get
working.
it to work.
Yeah, yep, yep. Okay, we're back. I'll let you hit play.
Okay, and we're back. So I've always been an art person, not a technology person, so I think that's why we're in the situation we are right now. But that's okay. We're just gonna keep moving on with the show. So, drum roll, please. Our next finalist is Soren C. with the submission Trans. You want to read this?
long one, yeah.
Okay, is that
don't have
big
to.
enough?
Yeah, it should
Okay.
be big enough.
Can we have you take a picture real quick? Thank you. Okay, you're all set. This or that?
Oh,
That's okay. Yep, go for it.
Trans. Find community in people who don't look like you and forgive your family when they leave. Wish you didn't leave them and cry when you aren't accepted back. Pick a name that sounds normal. Pick a name your parents would have chosen. Don't change your name too early, you will regret it. Don't change your name at all. Is it true you asked to be called a different name? Wear clothing that lets you pass and pray no one sees your rainbow bracelet. Make social media for your family and a different social media for friends. Use your birth name with your family. Be son or daughter, be boy or girl. Don't be other like the you are so bent on becoming. But I didn't ask and no one called me that anyway. Learn not to flinch when you hear your birth name. Learn how to walk into bathrooms with your birth gender. Learn how to hear slurs without adrenaline pumping in your veins. Leave your hair the way it was before you knew you were different. They will notice if you change it. Pretend not to stare when you see other trans on the street. You can't have them see you. Nod your head when your parents say the community is disgusting and repeat it back to save face. This is how you survive. This is how to pass as cis. This is how to be more masculine. This is how to be more feminine. This is how to be more trans. This is how to be less trans. Never throw away your old clothing. You will always be that little girl or boy. Never grow up. When you do grow up, stay the same. Stay your assigned gender so you can stop looking like the you are so bent on becoming. Fall back into your assigned role so you can fulfill life as who we want you to be. Stop being happy in your skin and cover back up your scars. Tell the doctors you want surgery to be normal, not because of your gender. Bear a child or be the father of one, but only do what we expected of you when you were born. Kill the feelings in your chest when you see a happy trans. Never be happy when you see another trans. This is how to get back in the good graces of God. This is how to forgive your sins. This is how to fix yourself. This is how to repent. Smile into the eyes of the elders and don't meet the eyes of the youngers. You are a danger. Don't let the idea cross your mind again. This is how to change what was wrong in the first place, to become an ideal member of society. Don't talk to children, you will contaminate their minds. You are a trans, you know. Don't speak of your community. Don't kiss your partner unless you're both normal. Don't cry over being trans. You chose to do this to yourself. Don't breathe the same air as the normal people around you. You are a trans, you know. This is how to be a little girl or boy you were when you were young, so they won't recognize immediately the I have warned you against becoming. This is how to hide your pride. This is how to never feel pride at all. This is how to be normal. Grow up in a rural town and move to the city. You can be normal there. Build a family as a normal person so you can be a normal parent. Keep your gender to yourself and don't bother others with your troubles. But what if it hurts not to be myself? You mean to say after all that you're really going to be the kind of trans who wants to change? Thank you.
No, go for it. Sorry, that's just my pile. One more round of applause for Travis. Okay, so drum roll, please. Our next finalist is Abby B with the submission Heart Map. Do you want to come up? Okay. Beautiful. Go, Abby's mom. This is the check. Would you like to read?
Yes. Can I just say something different than what I wrote quickly? Okay. This is Abby's heart map, and she suffered from depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, OCD, and her heart map shows all of the little wounds along the way, the big ones, the small ones, anxiety, it's hard for me to read it from here. But also things that helped her heal, like peace and poetry, music, kindness, loneliness, frustration, healing, art, cheerfulness, the staff at Boston Children's. And she put Band-Aids on them. And then the cranes are a symbol of health and living a long, beautiful life. And when Abby has been in children's, she actually folded 1,000 paper cranes. And those are just her sign of hope. And on her last paper crane, she used a golden piece and wrote her wish inside there. And those flowers and the bird represent her hopefulness as well. And she is coming home next week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abby, for submitting a piece, and thank you so much, Abby's mom, sorry I don't know your name, for sharing that beautiful testimony with us. Please do. Okay, drum roll, please. Our next finalist is Trish K with the submission Melancholy. Yay! Grab a picture real quick. Perfect. Would you like to read this?
Teach me how to be happy again. I know it's possible to learn. Watch me, I'm falling through this melancholy. It's incessant. The pillow is cold. It hurts my head when I turn on the light. So give me Tylenol. It'll help me sleep tonight. I want to sleep without these horrid, plentiful nightmares, although in the end, it truly is just a dream. I want to wake up without these dried tears imprinted on my cheeks. I'm not really sure how they got there. I want to make it through the day without these unattained dreams in the back of my mind. The second hand ticks. It's a timer on my life. Someone older than me creates a band, someone younger than me writes a book, and someone my age is in the newspaper again. He won this competition, she won that competition. All the while, I'm only crying, doing nothing useful with my time. See, according to most people, it's not normal to imagine yourself toppling headfirst off of a bridge every time you so much as glance at one, illuminated by the natural depressant of the moonlight. Oh, come on, just teach me how to be happy again. I'll be fixed. Is it possible to learn? One word and it crumples to ash. One thought and I'm swirling. Counterclockwise down the drain, a prisoner trapped inside their own misery, a knife's edge that I'm always the victim of, and a piece of glass lodged in my heart. Although, even in the end, they won't stop claiming it's not real. I just want to feel bad, don't I? You could be happy if you really wanted to be. I throw numbers onto a graph. Oh, it looks like my emotional state is a permanent downward trajectory. Someone, teach me how to be happy again. No, it's not possible to learn.
Thank you, Trisha, for sharing that. Okay, next up we have, beautiful, Oliver H. with the submission, Life Used to Be Brighter. Come on up. I know it's a long walk. Here you go. Let's grab your photo real quick. Go, Oliver! Should be good. You wanna read this?
I've never been very out there and involved in events and like clubs and stuff. I don't like doing that stuff very much, but I've been trying to get more involved by doing things like participating in public service stuff or writing things for teachers. And I saw this poster advertising this in my art teacher's room, and I decided it was a good opportunity to get involved in some things.
Do you want to keep it? I was gonna say you can't keep it. Thank you so much.
Going down.
Go for it. So agile. Beautiful. Wonderful. Okay, so we have one last finalist to announce right now before we go into our People's Choice Awards. So hopefully you saw the flyers in the other building, scanned the QR code, and were able to submit an answer for which piece you wanted to win the People's Choice Award this year. So, before we get to that, we want to recognize our last finalist for Magnify Voices' 6th annual art contest. So, drum roll. Our last finalist is Tyler J. with the submission Overload. Is Tyler here tonight? Tyler left. Okay, well, thank you, Tyler, for submitting this piece. And I guess that means that it is time to get into our People's Choice Awards. So, once again, congratulations to this year's finalists, and thank you to every artist who was brave enough to share their work with our community. We appreciate you all so much. If you are an artist from this year's contest, please wait around after we announce the People's Choice Award winner, because we would like to get a photo with all artists on the stage. Whether you are a finalist or not, we want to recognize every single person in this room who has participated in this contest. And even if you are a past participant, feel free to jump on stage too. We love getting photos of everyone. So, now let's welcome Mia Flagel to the stage to announce the People's Choice Award winner.
Hi everyone. First of all, look at this envelope that I get to open. That's so fun. I'm gonna make this super quick because I know that everyone is excited to hear the winner, but I am like a walking ad for Magnify Voices, so I have to talk for a second. So I participated in Magnify Voices at the second one, which was in 2019. I submitted a piece titled Helpless, where I basically talked about my anxiety that I'd suffered with since I was very young. And Magnify Voices just changed my life. Everyone in this room who has submitted should be so incredibly proud of themselves for submitting, but also should be so incredibly excited for the opportunities that are most likely to come after this. I made so many incredible connections with due to Magnify Voices. I just met amazing people. After submitting and coming to the summit like this, I felt so much less alone in what I had been going through. And everyone should just be so incredibly proud and so excited. Since Magnify Voices, I've had such incredible opportunities. I spoke at the YouthWell event recently. I've been interviewed by WMUR. I was in the Union Leader. I've been on radio shows, just incredible opportunities that I am so endlessly thankful to have. And I owe it all to Magnify Voices. So I'm gonna stop talking so we can open this. So without further ado, oh, I'm excited. Okay, and the winner is Morgan B. with When Will It Stop?
Okay, I'll read it off of here. This piece is called When Will It Stop? Anxiety makes it feel like the weight of the world is falling down on me. It feels like I'm on fire, but there is nothing I can do to diminish the flames. It makes my heart pound out of my chest and causes my head to spin. It seems as though every negative thought I think fuels the flames of worry around me. It feels like I'm being consumed by the flames as I spiral out of control. It makes me wonder, when will it stop? What if these spiraling thoughts never slow down? I began to feel the world's weight crashing down on me in kindergarten when I didn't want to leave my parents to go to school. I worried that something bad would happen to them once I left. My parents constantly reassured me that everything would be okay and that they were safe, but I didn't believe them. There was a little voice in the back of my head that told me there were things to worry about. Throughout grade school, this little voice was constantly interrupting my everyday life. I struggled to feel comfortable at school and at other people's houses. I worried that my friends didn't really like me, even through their outpouring demonstrations of kindness and love. I was constantly anxious that I wasn't good enough as the person I was, in the sports that I played, the hobbies that I participated in, and in my academics. It got to a point where my anxiety consumed every aspect of my life, like I was engulfed in the flames of my worry. It seemed like there would never be a time when I wouldn't experience anxiety. After visiting my first therapist in second grade, I learned how important it is to expect recurring worries, such as being dropped off at school or going to a birthday party. If you can anticipate the worry, you can make a plan to manage your anxiety and talk that little voice in the back of your head down. Learning about your anxiety, such as when and why it appears, as well as how it appears for you, is vital in coping with it. It is crucial to comprehend that no amount of anxiety makes a difference to what is going to happen or what has happened. Knowing that anxiety is just a visitor and that it can be turned away at the door through these coping mechanisms became the fire extinguisher that I needed to put out the flames of my worry. Therapy has also helped me understand that while anxiety can be the most lonely and isolating feeling, you are never alone. When I first started attending group therapy meetings, I vividly remember walking into the waiting room where two perfect-looking girls were sitting. I thought that there was no way they had experienced the same struggles and darkness as I did. They looked too cool or seemed too put together to be suffering from anxiety and depression. I was taken aback to see them walk in with me to the same room. Hearing them talk about their own stories, self-doubts, and hardships made me realize that you never know what someone else is going through. You can never judge a book by its cover. Nobody is perfect, and that's what makes us so special. Mental illness is not a weakness. In fact, it is quite the opposite. You have survived everything you thought you wouldn't, and that is your strength. While life may not slow down or stop when you have a mental illness, life is too short to be at war with yourself every day. It is too short to be constantly feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders and spend so long engulfed in the fire that your mental illness lights. When putting out the fire of anxious, depressive, compulsive, or obsessive thoughts, the goal isn't to get rid of every single flame, but to get to a place where the flames are manageable, or where you may not notice them anymore. It is vital to remember that life goes in waves, and even if it feels like things won't get better, it will. Our hardships today will not be our hardships tomorrow, next month, or 5 years from now. All the toughest days come to an end. Most importantly, there is always room for change and hope for better days, even when your brain tells you there isn't. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Mia, and congratulations once again to our People's Choice Award winner. With that, this evening of celebrating advocacy, leadership, and the power of expression, and a couple tech issues, comes to a close. So, artists who submitted a piece this year, please stay behind for a group photo. We would love to get a photo with everyone. And thank you to everyone who joined us in person and virtually this year for the 6th annual Magnify Voices celebration event. Woo!